Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner. This is my. I'm gonna try to do this without my glasses. This is my review for my face is so oily. This is my review for T.I. Tiny and them. Okay, that title's too long. This is season 3, episode 6. Okay, it is 3:37 in the morning, so we're gonna try to get this done. Okay, but first things first, if you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a whole JayBird, JayBird. Dun, 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 and all that goodness and stuff. I'm kind of sleepy. My neck still hurts. So let's get this done. Center yourself and stuff, okay? Y'all know to like, to comment, and to share this video on your social media. Hit share and share it on Twitter or on your Facebook. Yes, and thank you very much, okay? You can also follow me on IG and or Twitter at J_Lees_Corner, okay? Anyway, let's get it started. Y'all know, yep, it's all in the description box. The links to my social medias and all that stuff down there. Go check it out. So, the meat and potatoes of this episode, in my opinion, was LaToya Luckett and Tommy, okay? Let's get the other bullshit out the way. So we see Reginae, her mama Toya, and Toya's sister Beatty all sitting around chit-chatting or whatever. You know, Reginae brings up, I'm sorry I couldn't make it to New Orleans for the trial. I just could not be there. I sit there and hear how my uncles died. I'm like, but your mom heard how her brothers died, and your grandma heard how her sons died, and your granddaddy heard. Yeah, I'm like, well, I guess whatever. You know what I'm saying? And Toya brings up, it was very hard. Like, it was descriptive or whatever. We heard this and that. We heard mama on like the police radio, you know, screaming and crying, you know, for Josh and Rudy to wake up and everything. It was real bad. You know, it was real bad. I can only imagine. I don't want to, but I know. So we move on from that, okay? Because the dude who did it got double life. Boom, it's done. Now we then see Toya brings up how she was talking to whatever friend, and whatever friend was chit-chatting with her, whatever. I may want to propose to Red. You know what I'm saying? They like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. You know, Reginae brings up how I feel like, you know what I'm saying, God gave women needs to twerk, and he gave men needs to get down on their knee and propose women. I'm like, that's so ratchet. Now gave us needs to twerk. I mean, that's just stupidity. She's young and dumb. You know what I'm saying? Toya brings about, it's a new thing to do, whatever I'm saying, and it could backfire on me or whatever if I try to propose something he say no. So I don't know, but I want to make sure that he's aware that I am ready for marriage or whatever. And let that be that. Now, we then see Reginae brings up, she gonna go visit her father, Lil Wayne. Okay, because she wants to spend some time with him. He's helping her with some music or whatever. When I was younger, I could not spend so much time with him because we both lived in different states or whatever. But now that I'm older, I can just hop on a flight and go see him. I mean, your daddy could have always hopped on a flight and came and seen you. Anyway, we then see her go in town to visit Lil Wayne. I really want Lil Wayne to shave them dreadlocks off because they don't look healthy. Lil Wayne dreadlocks look like, pause. I don't work. You know what I'm saying? It's like they don't work right. I feel like he used to have amazing dreadlocks, and now it look like a dying predator's dreads. And I'm like, just shave it off and start from the beginning or whatever. It's just, it don't look clean. It look like, I'm like, do he wash his hair? Who shampoos Lil Wayne scalps? I don't know. Anyway, she brings about my dad always smoking weed or whatever. So it's just drama when I'm here because he was in there smoking weed. Now her dad is helping her work on some songs or whatever. The song is called Drowning, and it's about getting over a breakup. And she was kind of singing and talking, and one of the two. I'm just happy she wasn't rapping. I don't think she's a rapper. I almost don't think she's a singer. I mean, it's easy to talk and carry a tune, but she ain't a singer. But the song, a little snippet we heard, it sounded good. You know what I'm saying? So we shall see what she does with that or whatever. She brings about me and my dad, like we best friends now. We talk every day or whatever, and I know that he wants the best for me. I mean, he do it, and that's why he told you, leave that little YF, was it YFL, YFN, the Lucha dude, leave that dude alone, okay, leave him be. Now we then see Toya and Red go on a little date, a little blowing glass date, little glass blowing date. Okay, now I think we seen Candy and Todd do the same thing on was it on the Housewives? I believe so. Or somewhere I seen them do it or whatever. Anyway, it's a date nonetheless or whatever. And when they sitting down chit-chatting and everything, Toy like, what do you think about women proposing to men? And he was like, I don't think it's, I wouldn't want that to happen to me. Like, if you proposed to me, I would say no. And she was like, really? He was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say yes. And he like, man, I hope, you know what I'm saying? I'm panicking now because I don't want her to propose, to me because I want to propose, to her. I have been dreaming about this my whole life. It's an amazing thing to hear a man say, I've been waiting my whole life to propose to the woman I want to marry. Because sometimes women, like, I've been waiting my whole life for a man to propose to me. So it's just a breath of fresh air to hear a man say, I've been waiting to be the one to do the proposing. And I don't want her doing it because, she bullshit. And so, like, I just want you to know, that I am ready when you're ready for this whole marriage thing or whatever. I just want you to know. Cool, let him know. Now, with T.I. and them, T.I. and Tiny and them, T.I.'s whole thing was he was on this podcast. He had DC Young Fly, who was a comedian or whatever, and he's on Wild It Out. And they was chit-chatting and everything. DC brings up how, the youth need more OGs, and more old heads to come, get them game and get them knowledge because, sometimes we need advice and whatever. I'm like, but is T.I. the proper person to give advice? T.I. gives proper advice on everything except relationships. I don't want T.I. giving anybody advice on relationships and men and women issues because his thought pattern is completely different than other normal people. Okay, we have to acknowledge that. So I don't want him touching that with 10-foot pole. Now, as far as business-wise things, getting in trouble and being able to work through it, I can see him talking about that because he's been through those things. But I don't want nothing else from that or whatever. We then see T.I. and Tiny having a conversation because this is when Escape got that award at the little award show, whatever, like a Lifetime, whatever it was. And when Mama Joyce has said, the one thing I want, my dying wish, she not dying, remember she just said whatever, I just want, Escape to do one more album, if they could just do that. So Candy then was online, and she's like, my mama didn't say this or whatever, and the girls want the album or whatever, I guess I have to do it, since she said that's all she want. Candy, your mama also wants you to leave Todd. Pick and choose, okay? Anyway, so T.I. like, why is it that whenever Candy, want to do something, that's when something happens? Like, it's like Candy from the show, whatever, and things only happen when she says so. Tiny's like, well, that's not true. She don't run shit or whatever. We just need to have a conversation about it. Tiny thing was she went on social media or IG or whatever it was and said, yes, we can do one more album. And she's like, I don't get why she didn't talk to us first about that. I feel like y'all have been wanting her to do it for a long time. So what's the issue of her saying, we was at this award show, my mama said this, and I guess it'd be that. And I think Candy had did it like in one of her YouTube videos or whatever. But she's like, I'm going to go meet up with Candy and, talk to the girls, whatever, and see what we can do. But Candy don't run shit. Candy might not run Escape. She does not. But I do feel like Candy doesn't need to do things the way that maybe the Scott sisters and Tiny sometimes need or want so badly to do Escape stuff. I think Candy is cool with, doing their old songs because those are already set and done. But new shit takes more time, takes more pressure. And, you have 4 people who have to agree to stuff. And that's hard. That's hard, okay? We do see T.I., go and talk to the youth. He brought Messiah and King with him to listen out or whatever. He was talking. I walked away, okay? Because I'm looking like I don't want to hear shit T.I. got to say. Advice-wise, I was in my kitchen honey, eating a pickle, and I did hear him say how, never think that you gotten yourself into trouble that you can't come back from. You know, because none of y'all in here have, had it worse than me. You know what I'm saying? I was kicked out of school and this and that, and went to prison, this and that. I was a drug dealer. He was listing things he had done in his life, but he was, even in those bad times, he was still able to come back and fix things or whatever. He was able to come back from his mistakes. There are mistakes that they can't come back from. I think it's a wiser thing to say, be careful what you do, because some mistakes you can't come back from. Okay, never do something that you know for a fact ain't no comeback. Like, don't go out here and murder nobody. You can't come back from that. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was say it both ways, but I digress. Anywhere I go, the kid was happy to hear from T.I., and he gave good advice. I'm not saying it was dumb stuff, but I just didn't care that much. We then see Tiny, who meets up with both Tasha. Was it Tasha's Sky sister? I think it was. I think the one name was Tamika. And, she brings, Candy said, we should do the album or whatever. I don't know why she didn't talk to us first. And then, she's like, well, I feel like it's fine or whatever. We all grown now. You know what I'm saying? Things are different now. Like, we don't have the same issues we had back in the day. And, you know what I'm saying? We want to do the album, so let's just do it. We then see Tiny meets up with Candy. Okay, separately, of course. Candy, what's up? What's going on? So why did you not tell the group that you changed your mind about doing the album? And why did you change your mind? It was just the emotions of it all. I was caught up in the moment. So my mama had said this, we got that award or whatever, and I felt like, okay, I had time. Why didn't I get one album done or whatever? It's like, but then I posted what I posted, and then Tamika sent a group text to all four of us, like, said we should get together to talk about it. I responded and said, okay, I'm free this and this and this time or whatever, or yes, let's do it. And none of y'all responded to the text. And that was a while ago or whatever. You didn't send no text, that you didn't respond to no text, Ken. You was lying. Ken, like, I am not lying. Tiny checked her phone. Sure enough, there was a text from Candy agreeing, saying, yes, we should do it. And she had sent that text before her video had went public. It's gonna sound crazy. I am bad at checking texts. My husband is always mad at me because I am so bad at checking. On this phone right here, I got 108 unread messages. On my other phone, I got, like 95. No one should have that many unread text messages. You just should not. Because my thing is, you can miss good shit. You miss a whole text from your bandmate agreeing to do an album y'all have wanted to do for years. That's just stupidity. You need an assistant. If you have an assistant and your assistant does not make sure that all your texts are read and answered in some sort of way, then that's fucked up, okay? You should have a business phone and a personal one, but still check that shit. If you see you have not, at least look at the ones that matter. Okay, I have a whole bunch of texts in my phone. I have certain group texts on silent, so my phone on beep all day. But by the end of the day, I'm looking through each one to make sure someone ain't talking to me and I need to respond. Okay, that's just me. Anyway, but Candy then say, well, but now I'm booked. I'm saying I waited and waited and waited and nobody responded. She's like, not only did you not respond, neither did the other two. So I felt like y'all didn't really want to do it, so I left it alone. I booked other things or whatever. And so, it is what it is. But if y'all want to have a conversation about doing it, we can still do that. But that's the reason why, over time, I did not want to do it. Because, again, y'all be bullshit and not following through on stuff. And I don't want to deal with that or whatever. And I said, that's a good reason. A whole good reason. And now on to LaToya and Tommy. Girl, look, I'm going to say this off rip. Sometimes people are so used to seeing a facade of a couple always being on good terms. They have no idea how bad things can get in a marriage when people are just in that bad patch. Marriage is not easy. There are very, very, very bad patches or whatever. There are very, very, very bad times. And no couple that I can think of off the top of my head has shown it on a regular basis. We know that we've seen bad shit happen. I know that. To know you, we've seen. I don't need y'all going through my comment section pointing out who's been whatever. Tommy and LaToya's marriage is in a bad patch. And as much as he gets on my damn nerve. He gets on my nerves. I feel like he is the worst right now. I would not, feel bad for him if she divorced him or whatever. He is looking horrible. At the same time, marriages have peaks and valleys. Peaks and valleys. This is a low point for them. And all we can do is hope that currently in current day, in May of 2020, that they have gotten past this low point and they better. And that's also why she's pregnant with a little boy. Okay, we're going to say that. And let's get into what happened. So LaToya is in the studio, whatever, working on some music because she wants to do this whole this whole musical, holiday music or whatever. And she's like, but I want to do, you know what I'm saying, maybe some music around holiday time, but about heartbreak. Because sometimes around holidays, people be heartbroken too. Yeah, so we don't want to listen to sad music. We don't want to do that. She brings about her and Tommy are still, at odds. So that's kind of hard. Now, she invited Carrie Hilton and LaToya to come, chit chat about the music stuff or whatnot. But when she mentions them, how she wants to do maybe some heartbreak type music, for the holidays, they was like, I don't want to listen to sad music around the holiday time. Like, what's going on with you and Tommy? Like, what's going on? She's like, well, yeah, we're not in a good space right now, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it's just hard or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She's like, I don't feel wanted. I don't feel loved. I don't feel sexy or whatever. And so, me and Tommy, we're not having sex as much. Like, he wants us to keep having sex and whatnot. But we haven't had sex much at all since the pregnancy scare. You know what I'm saying? Because, and I'm a very sexual person. But, you know what I'm saying? When I'm feeling, like it's just bullshit, I'm not in the mood, you know what I'm saying, to give him my body, okay? Because I don't feel loved. I don't feel sexy. I don't feel wanted. She brings up how I feel like we in the bed crying about two different things. Like, he crying about his mom. I'm crying about him. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I was there when his mom was dying. I was there. I was in the room. I went through it too. And I don't know what I did so wrong. I don't know what I did to deserve this poor communication from my husband. And she crying. And so Toya and Carrie is like, it's going to be okay. Like, it's going to be okay. Cool. We then see they go to their therapy session. The doctor told them the first time to do some homework. They had to both write down 3 things they felt the other person does not like it when they do it. Tommy says, I'm rude. She doesn't like my direct tone, and she doesn't like when I don't say kind words. Now, Toya then say, I think he don't like that I don't cook enough. I'm not as patient in an argument as I was when we were first dating, and I don't plan enough alone time. And I'm like, okay, so those are some good things or whatever. But in the session, you can still see Tommy reacting to what she's saying, and it just seemed like he's just breathing negativity, this negative vibes just coming out of his pores or whatever. So the doctor then asked him, okay, we're gonna rate, where or how disruptive each of these things are to you in the marriage or whatever. So Tommy's, when his direct tone, Tommy said, I think it's an 8. And I guess he was like, it's a scale from 1 to 10. He said, I think it's an 8. No, it's 15. Toya says 15. Okay, they then say, Toya with her not planning enough quality time. She said, I think it's like a 4. Tommy would say, it's 100 plus. So I was like, okay, here we go. But you can tell Tommy is just, he seems a bit negative, okay? He seems negative. And like, he really does not even want to fix things or whatever. So Toya then said, because with him saying he feel like her not planning a long time or whatever is so bad. She explains her feelings about it. I feel, because of our busy schedules, our daughter still being in the bed with us or whatever, it's hard for us to have quality alone time. I get that. I also feel when you are not kind and that you are aggressive with your words, it shuts me down. It shuts all of me down. Meaning you want us to still have sex, not knowing because I'm pissed off at you and how you treated me, my cooch don't want your dick. Okay? Period. Okay. The doctor then asked him, at times, Tommy, are you aggressive and are you unkind? Well, but she is too. I'm saying that ain't just me. He's like, I get that, but we ain't talking about her right now. We're going for you right now. So I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to discuss it. He like the doctor said, but this is the time to communicate how you feel. This is the perfect time for y'all to be able to communicate. Tommy is in therapy and don't want to talk. Who the fuck is in how you in marriage counseling and you are aggressively being upset? The doctor asking you to communicate how you fucking feel, motherfucker. Oh, it made me so mad. It made me so mad. Tommy then says he's annoyed with Toya throwing stones. She throwing stones. I'm saying she gets aggressive too. I'm saying I don't want to respond. I'm not gonna. I'm like, you are really sitting there saying I do not want to respond to the questions, girl. The doctor then said, you know what? I know before you guys have brought up, possibly want to have another baby, but with you guys already having 2 daughters, 2 children in the home, you know what I'm saying? The best thing for kids is when the parents, are basically in a good place. Y'all are not in a place right now where y'all should be thinking about having more kids. And they not. Mainly because you can even tell that when Toya is explaining her feelings, she's still walking on eggshells. And it's because of how he acts. So she tries to express herself enough to not piss him off. Because if she pisses him off, this is what he does. And it's fucking bullshit. It's so aggravating to watch. But again, marriages have peaks and valleys and highs and lows. And so I'm trying to be objective and say we can't judge a marriage and a union that right now is broken a little bit and it needs fixing. Every day won't be good. Each person would not always be nice. Peaks and valleys. I'm trying my best to keep that in mind. But Tommy, you really acting like a fuckboy right now, and it's pissing me off. Okay, so on the drive home from the therapy session, Tommy asked Toya, do you feel like you're taking me for granted? And she was like, no, I don't feel like I take you for granted. She then says in her confession, she's like, it's crazy how before all this happened, I was already nervous about us having more kids. And to hear the doctor have that same reservation, it is hurtful. And so it could be Tommy just being, hurt and he's lashing out or whatever. He then says, well, I'm finna drive to the airport because I'm leaving tonight to go to Dallas. And she was like, when was you going to tell me about you leaving today? Well, you leave out the blue all the time. And my thing is, Toya leaves out the blue because she has to work. You know what I'm saying? And if she gets a last minute gig to pay bills, because again, let's not get it twisted. She is Latoya Luckett, okay, other child of destiny, okay, and this artist within her own right, and she's fucking Latoya Luckett, period, okay. So I feel like him nitpicking and saying, well, you believe her sometimes too. I don't think Toya has. I don't know them. I'm saying that too, but I feel like when Toya has to leave for work, that's not her leaving because she's mad. She leaving because for a different reason. And if you already had a flight booked, what you running for, bruh? Okay. Anyway, he trying to go to Dallas. He then say, I'm going to spend time with my other daughter. Okay. And I don't know if you care about that or not. You are good with her when you have her. And she was like, what does that mean when I have her? It's like, see, you know what I'm saying? You try to make my relationship with her condition. I didn't say use the word condition. I didn't say nothing about the word conditions. I'm like, he's so dumb. He don't get she's saying you say things that make it seem like there's conditions to how much I care for her. To say that I'm good with her when I have her, meaning if I'm not around her, am I not good? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the bullshit of it all. It pissed me off, okay? And then she said, well, I was trying to explain, you know what I'm saying, how, whatever. And said, look, all I know is, and he just mad. She said, I feel like he's pissed about therapy, and he's just taking it out on me. And that's just kind of what it is. You know what I'm saying? He then tell her how she's been extra or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You be just running with stuff. And that's why I said that, because you always running with shit. I'm looking like, bruh. She then say, well, you the one who, you literally are running right now. You're leaving on a flight, like right now. And I'm trying to express my feelings. No, you not. She like, see, now you like are kind of invalidating my feelings and my emotions and what I'm trying to say. It was the worst conversation between a husband and a wife, to where it do seem like she's just trying to say, hey, we having issues and I get you mad, but we have to talk about it. And the things you're saying ain't nice. And he's just trying to gaslight her and to make her feel like she being extra. Read all about it. And now it's just pissing me off. He then say, no, she tells him, you know what? That's your priority. Your priority has always been your daughter. You know, even when we were dating, you know what I'm saying? I have always been fighting for our relationship, our marriage. I have always been fighting for a place in your life since forever. Like, you ain't fighting. You ain't fighting. You know what I'm saying? You ain't been fighting for nothing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't been fighting for a damn thing. You just running your mouth to make things sound good, is what he said. And I wrote it down to be sure he said, you haven't been fighting for a damn thing. You just running your mouth to make things sound good. And then she said, I don't think you should leave. I think we need to talk. He then say, I'm get on this car. I'm get on the plane. I'm going to go to Dallas or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you can do you. Like you've been doing. She was like, okay, I'm going to keep doing me like I've been doing. And she's repeating what he's saying. She's like, I can't believe you can tell that he's pissed. And you can tell that if he's this bad on camera, because you can tell that he's containing himself to not go as far as he probably usually does with his words. I don't think he's abusive, but I do think he's a maniacal idiot who is horrible when he's mad. And I get his mom, dad, and when a parent passes away, you do get very angry and mean. I get it. It can happen. But it's usually to a person who deserves it. It's like Toya ain't did shit. She ain't did nothing. You know what I'm saying? And she keeps like, I'm not perfect. I know sometimes I say the wrong things. I know sometimes I may, you know what I'm saying, do whatever. But I'm just still trying to work at it. And he don't seem to be trying to do that or whatever. So, he gets out the car, gets his bag, and she's at the trunk of the car waiting for like a little hug. Because last time when she left, she gave her a church hug, little church hug. And then he walked past her and said, I'll holler at you. And kept walking. And she was like, okay, love you. And he just kept, when he kept walking and did not say love you, I'm like, this motherfucker. It just made me mad. So she get in the car and she calls Toya. You know, I just can't believe it. He left again or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And he just keeps, he runs away every time we have some kind of, disagreement or whatever. And then, he can't keep doing it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She then brings up how he ran away when I was pregnant. During season 1, the first season she was on here when she was pregnant, he kept leaving her in Georgia pregnant. This was an issue before, so he has a habit of doing this shit, okay? Anyway, we then see a couple days later, Tommy came home. Daddy's home. Fuck you, okay? Now, he came in and Toy said, we have not talked since he been gone. He didn't call me, I didn't call him or whatever. We just have not had any kind of conversation. He come in a good mood. Well, hey, baby, what you know? Walks up, give her a kiss as if nothing happened. And she like, hey. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? He even, being away for a couple of days, you know what I'm saying? I needed that break. And she's like, and like, we don't have any control over when we leave this earth. And you, left and got on a plane. Well, yeah, I needed a break. You can't break from your marriage. That's not how things go. Like, the fact that he thinks when things get too tough, I'll just leave and go to Dallas. That's the craziest shit ever. You know what I'm saying? He remember when you left too at one point, like you left the other day. She's like, yeah, but I left for work or whatever. You know what I'm saying? When I left, I still gave you a little church or whatever. He's like, yeah, and I told you I'll let you. I'm like, she's like, this is not healthy. It's not healthy, whatever. Like, do you want to keep arguing or do you want to fix it? When you have a slick mouth, whatever, and you be aggressive to whatever, you leave the room or whatever, and then we arguing, I just leave the room. She's like, no, we argue and you leave the state. And then it goes off. Tommy is going to have a tough time after this season. This in general. I went to both their IG pages and people are tearing him down in his comment section. What I can appreciate though is Tommy's page used to be private. I can appreciate that he has opened up, because I do feel like he maybe realized you can't be on a show of this magnitude and act how you acting and keep your page private so where people can't respond and just express how they feel when you can see that you doing fucked up shit. And on his which phone would I have on? I don't know. On his IG stories, he put something like, a work in progress, it was something he put can't stop popping up. I forgot the words he put, but he was trying to, I guess, put how, he get how bad it is. He a work in progress or whatever. Please keep them in prayer and blah, 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 blah. Tommy pissed me off. Like, completely pissed me off. And, a lot of people are saying how they don't get how Toya is staying with him. And, again, peaks and valleys. Peaks and valleys. I think she's giving him leeway because his mom died. But I think also that Tommy was an asshole a bit before the mom passed. His mom being gone, there's no ass checker. Usually his mama kept him in line. She gone now. So now it's no one to correct his asshole behavior. And this season, with him showing his ass, I mean, if this show has another season and if they, do some more, girl, he gonna have a lot to do to come back to make the fans like him. I liked him the first season and the second season. You know what I'm saying? The little bit that we saw. This season is like we're really getting to see who he is. And this is also a reason why some married couples don't want to do, reality TV, because it not exposes, but it just shows the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that was the whole episode. Please like, comment, share the video. Follow me on IG and on Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. And until next time, people, peace.